Hey people, what's going on, man? Listen, Cargo Van Chronicles coming at you one more again. Just want to share a little bit of something with you. I took a 31-hour trip to California. Pushed it a bit, trying to make sure I get there in good time, everything on time, delivery good, all the above. Out to Mojave, California. Lots of desert land, as I have shared with you before, but pretty cool. Nice, nice up and down through the hills, through the mountains. Looking pretty good. But one thing that I have to consider, and I didn't even factor this in. Usually, I'm a pretty active person, So this time around, I'm sitting down, doing a lot of sitting, a lot of driving, things of that nature. And last night, once I was finished, or once I was in Mojave and going to the hotel and settled down, I went to take a shower and realized that my ankles were all swollen. And that had never happened to me before, that I can remember. But the ankles were quite swollen from, maybe not hydrating enough, maybe trying to push it too hard and not taking enough breaks or whatever the case may be. I'm a kind of person who I like to get to my destination. Love to get to my destination. I don't really want to play around too much. So I realized though with this job and with this driving and stuff like that, I may actually have to look at a few things a little different. May have to stop a little bit more frequently, take a break, stretch, all the above. I may have to drink more water for sure. And I've been holding my urine for a bit, so I have to stop that and just let it out, let it go. So I'm gonna have to make a little bit more frequent stops. One thing I did do though is I stopped in at the store and I did buy today some compression socks. So I'm on my way now to my next pickup here in California, heading out to Texas shortly. And I opted to purchase some compression socks just to see how it feels. Also, I made sure to tie my laces a little bit more loose now than I was tying them before, because I'm sure that probably contributed to it as well. I mean, you're tying stuff as normal. You're not really going excess, but maybe for the driving and longer trips and things of that nature, it might be better to loosen them a bit. So, lessons learned, basically. Learning as we go along. Things that you wouldn't normally pay attention to, that you probably need to pay attention to. So, if this helps anyone, I hope it helps someone with it. Some of you may already be hip to the square on this information, but and I thought I was hip to the square on a lot of things too. But you live and you learn. So, as I live and I learn and I continue on and I realize what's going on, I made the necessary adjustments to ensure that I kind of take care of myself and make sure I don't cause myself any issues. My mom asked me recently when's the last time I did physical, and it's been a while, so I do need to go get that physical done as well, just to make sure that everything is functioning the way it's supposed to function. Because like I said, I never experienced these.
In 1,000 feet, turn right.
I never experienced the swollen ankles before, so this is the first for me. So I'm going to do the necessary things to change that or combat that. So, like I said, Cargo Van Chronicles, just sharing with you a little bit about my experience so far, and we're going to
turn right.
Make this thing happen, make it right. Be blessed. Much love. Peace. trying to stay on the front. Not doing perfect at the moment, but definitely doing better, trying to make sure we got it. I'm on I-10 West, coming out of Arizona. It should take me into Los Angeles, and then somewhere down there, they can turn to go to Bakersfield. Part of the country I've never seen before, so I think one of the beautiful things about doing what I'm doing right now is seeing different parts of the country. Now, so far, the income from it is decent. I think the limitation that we have is that it's a cargo van, so you can't really carry as many pallets. So in general, you can carry 3 big pallets, and then if things can stack, then you can stack a bit. But sometimes the shippers come saying, do not stack, so they have to follow that accordingly. So if I had more or less a larger vehicle, 26-foot box truck or something like that, I'd probably be making more money. Because for me, at the moment, for the mileage that I'm doing, for the mileage that I'm traveling, I'm not making as much money as I would like to make. Now, as a potential owner of a cargo van, it could actually be pretty lucrative. So I think that's one of the things I'm looking at here, trying to understand the ownership parameters and what I should be aware of. I'm getting the experience myself as a driver of a cargo van on these streets. Some nights sleeping in a hotel, some nights sleeping in a van. Just depends on where you get to and what makes most sense. The emphasis though is an on-time delivery. Making sure that we deliver on time, we pick up on time, we drive safely, and we deliver on time. So that is one of the main emphasis for me. Always wanted to give a good service. I'm taking a break now to get some gas. If I ever want to make any of the errors that I made early on. So being acutely aware of those things and trying to make sure that we handle business properly. As we go across the country, the gas prices certainly change. The prices in California are greater than the prices in other places. So for sure, you have to watch the gas tank, watch where you're purchasing and all the above. But because you're on the road, you don't really have a choice. You gotta, when it's time to stop, you gotta stop.
Head southeast.
And one of the things that's good too in those stops, it also gives me as such a little break, an opportunity to stretch legs, walk a little bit, and to make sure
head north.
And to make sure that I'm not experiencing the problems I experienced before with the swollen ankles and all the above. So all a part of the experience. And again, not a bad experience so far. I would would I encourage someone to do it? Yeah, definitely. Would I encourage my kids to do it? Yeah, why not? Come on and see some different places and try something new. So most definitely. Anyway, that's just another quick update for you. On my way out to Bakersfield, California. Just wanted to share with you my thoughts as we go on. Cargo Van Chronicles coming at you as often as I can, sharing as much as I can. You know, maybe at some point in time we can start interacting a little bit more on this whole thing. Until then, much love, peace. Bakersfield, California. Just out to take a quick shot. Thanks for taking the time to watch Cargo Van Chronicles with me. I encourage you to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. The channel is Money Matters with Trevor Bess, where we share valuable financial information. Today's video is brought to you by Trident 58, an exquisite watch collection commemorating the 58th anniversary of independence for Barbados. Get yours today.